This is Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything cloud gaming related, and today I'm here to give you some Stadia news. In today's video, we're going to be going over a few games that have been dated for release on Stadia, as well as talking about a rumored port that may be happening. So let's not hesitate and get right into this, and we're going to begin by talking about that rumored port. And if you're wondering what title's in question here, well, it's Middle-earth: Shadow of War. This information actually got shared by Bill from StadiaCast, but as always, I do want to be clear about it being a rumor. So once again, don't take this as official confirmation for the title coming to Stadia. You should always wait for official word from Google. So what exactly is it that's causing people to think that this title may head over to Stadia? Surprisingly, it's not a game rating this time. It happens to be within the terms of service under their website. It goes on to talk about everything you've come to expect from a terms of service agreement, but this time with multiple mentions of Google Stadia. Now, in my personal opinion, I don't think this is actually going to come into fruition. The terms of service page happens to be dated back to September 2019, and that has me thinking that maybe it was originally supposed to be headed to Stadia and possibly didn't make the cut, or something else happened to it. That said, that is just my guess. For all we know, it may very well be coming soon, so be sure to keep an eye out for official word from Google on the subject. But now it's time we move on to some officially confirmed games headed to Stadia with a date given. Up first is El Hijo, a Wild West tale which will be launching December 3rd. The game itself is described as a non-violent stealth game in which you rely on the mischievous playfulness of a 6-year-old boy. Using the shadows to his advantage is the core element of the game, as El Hijo will often have to hide. He has to pass many adventures before he can see his mother again. As a personal side note, I'm actually pretty excited to check this one out. I think it has a very appealing visual art style, and I'm interested to see where the story goes. I also really dig the fact that it's going to be stealth-oriented gameplay from an isometric point of view. The listed features include the fact that you'll have to survive the Wild West with the cleverness of a young hero, explore dark monasteries, deserts, and boomtowns in a spaghetti western world, merge with the shadows to hide from the lawless, solve playful, tricky environmental puzzles, use a playful arsenal of tactical toys to bypass and distract diverse desperados, inspire other children towards the path to freedom, and enjoy a gripping storyline of a brave son searching for his mother. But now let's move on to the next title that's been dated for Stadia. The title you're seeing right now in the background is called Gods Will Fall and will arrive to Stadia on January 29th, 2021. The description for the title is the following: the gods' torturous rule over humanity has lasted for millennia. Bent on cruelty and suffering, they demand to be served with blind worship through an oath of fealty pledged from every man, woman, and child. To those who don't submit, the gods' will, a slow and merciless death awaits. It should be noted that this is a single-player only action game, but it does look like a good amount of fun. You'll get to play as one of 8 warriors, each with their own weapon type, and whichever you choose, you'll be unlocking new skills and abilities for them as you play. Now, there's not too much else that's known about the game, but I'll be sure to keep you updated once we find out more info. But for now, let's take a look at the next title that has been confirmed coming to Stadia with a date given. And we're talking about Monster Energy Supercross 4, which will be coming out on the 11th of March 2021. This marks the second entry of the franchise that happens to be arriving on Google Stadia, which is always a good sign of continued support. It promises to deliver a completely revised career mode, a new compound, and 4-player co-op. In the all-new career mode, the performance of each rider is affected by his skills that can be upgraded and managed thanks to a new skill tree system. You'll earn those skill points by racing, joining special events, completing trainings, and fulfilling the journal, which happens to be a series of special objectives to show who's the best. All in all, it'll be interesting to see how this entry stacks up with the rest. I know the previous entry had some mixed reactions, but overall I really enjoyed my time with it. If you want to see my review of the previous entry, be sure to check it out in the annotation above. But now let's move on to the last topic of today's video, and it's a possible game leak through the USK ratings board. The game in question is Legend of Keeper's Career of a Dungeon Master. As a reminder, until this is officially confirmed by Google, it's best to be taken as a rumor. As for the game itself, it appears to be a dungeon management style game with roguelite elements. According to its Steam page, it features the ability to join the Dungeons company and climb the corporate ladder. You'll get to crush so-called heroes and protect the company's treasures. To do this, you'll have to hire monsters, manage your employees, and keep track of your stock of traps. And yes, you'll have to deal with some employees striking and other fun events that may occur. I'm a pretty big sucker for management style games like this, and I would totally be down to play it. As a pretty big fan of the Dungeon series, this definitely seems somewhat up my alley. So if it does end up showing up on Stadia, I'll definitely be covering it here on the channel. That wraps up all the news I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out. And if you're wanting more content like it, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Today's end of video message is just gonna be the heads up that I may be trying a few different things out this coming week. Don't worry, the video upload schedule is still planned to be Monday to Friday, but you may see some differences here and there, mainly based on the type of videos I put out, as well as the topics I'm covering and even the thumbnails. I just wanted to give you all the heads up, and I hope you look forward to it. As always, thank you for watching the video. This has been Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything cloud gaming related. The Gen S community is over 5,800 strong and growing by the day, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.